Thank you for coming with us on this journey to a golden future.
We pray that today's broadcast will help you in some way to find, fulfill, and finish God's will for your life.
Now we invite you to join us in the Golden State Baptist College radio studio. Well, Brother Simmons, let's talk about, we just finished up college days, right?
We did.
And Monday night, we took all of the delegates out to the San Francisco Giants. We went out to Oracle Park, watched the game. Give me a little recap of the first, 6, 7 innings of that game.
Okay, first 6, 7 innings of that game were the fastest innings that have ever been played in baseball, right?
Yeah.
And so everyone was saying, I told people that every time I've been to a Giants game in person, we have never won. And so we're in the 6th inning. It's going great. It's 0-0, right?
Yeah.
But we're playing good. It's going back and forth. Seems like everything is looking up. And then they switch out our pitcher. The guy who was doing great.
How many strikeouts? Was it it was 10 or 11 or something like that?
No, it was good.
10.
It was
We're
10.
getting 10 from the live.
10 strikeouts. We were fine. But then they switch him out, and these other people, they just start hitting.
Yeah.
Are they called dingers? Is that what they're called?
I think so.
Yeah. They're hitting them off of them. They got it, and then they get the bases loaded, right? Bases are loaded. Why are you laughing so hard? Is that the real?
No, because we got a live
We do
studio
have a live
audience
studio
member,
audience
and
day.
we're cracking up.
Well, anyways,
continue.
So then
they get on the bases.
Bases are loaded. Some guy hits it to right field, and then boom, they just start getting in. It was 2-0.
Yep.
Well, then everyone says it's my fault. So I turn around for the last 3 innings, and we start winning again when I'm not watching the game.
We start getting on base, and it's the 9th inning. The Giants get the last at bat,
right?
And the first guy, I don't think he strikes out. He strikes out.
He didn't even swing at it.
Yeah. Then we got stuck right with another out, and so people are starting to leave. It's 2-0. Right. We got the last at bat, but we're all staying around because we want to see if there's any hope in the game.
And
then the phenom, he comes out to the plate. And the Jumbotron and all the screens, they're saying, chant, Jung-Hoo Lee, Jung-Hoo Lee, all throughout the stadium. It's going crazy. Jung-Hoo Lee. The guy gets up to the plate.
Tell him.
Boom. Gets on first. The crowd goes crazy. Everybody's amped up.
Right.
We get another guy. He comes out.
Right.
We get 2 guys on the base. We got 2 outs, 2 on the base. We're all excited. Maybe something's going to happen. Are we going to pull it out in the 9th?
Just needs a homer.
All we need. Then. 3rd guy gets up, bro. He's standing there. 4th guy. He's standing there over the plate. He swings. It's coming right into left field, and we just feel like, that's going to drop. It's going to hit the floor.
It's there.
And then the Cincinnati Reds guy just dives,
grabs it,
catches it, and
I don't think he's a Christian.
It was horrible. A collective sigh in the building.
But it was, I would say, for all of our delegates, the college students, I would say it was a good game.
Yeah.
I would say it was exciting up until the end. It wasn't boring, and I really enjoyed it. It was freezing. It was
very chilly, but the reason why I bring all of that up is because one man, Jung-Hoo Lee, steps up to the plate, and he changes the game.
Sure.
And it is time for us to go into our first segment today, Game Changers.
Oh, I didn't know we were starting with that one.
Yeah, we're starting with Game Changers.
Okay,
that was the whole point of the story, to get everybody excited.
That was a very long intro just to get to that.
Well, it was worth it, I think.
Okay.
So.
You're right. Viewers, was he right? Was it worth it?
You'll have to email in and let us know. But we've got some game changers, some things that have revolutionized life. Brother Simmons, you go first.
No. I would not take that joy and glory from you. I would like to hear your first.
You got to find him in your notes. You ready? Here's my first game changer.
Okay.
All right. I don't know what life was like before this.
Okay.
But I have to imagine it was pretty bland.
I bet it's boring.
Because the day that they introduced chocolate milk, breakfast all around the world changed. That's my first game changer, chocolate milk. Just think about it.
Okay, tell me.
Chocolate milk has completely revolutionized
milk.
Everything when it comes to breakfast, okay? Boring old regular milk is only good if you dunk some cookies in there. But if you don't have cookies around, chocolate milk is the answer. Come on, tell me, hype me up here.
Okay.
Agree with me on this.
I can agree that chocolate milk has changed the game. But I'm thinking, hasn't it just always been around?
I don't know, honestly, how long it's been around. But
I will admit to you, growing up, I thought that chocolate milk came from brown cows.
Did you actually?
I'm not even kidding.
I thought that.
I thought chocolate milk came from brown cows.
No way.
Not a joke.
I've heard that as a joke, but I didn't know
It is
people
true.
actually believed that.
And I thought that cats were the girls and dogs were the boys. I believe that wholeheartedly. I'm not even joking.
Right.
Every good childhood, like everyone has to believe that. No? Am I wrong, live audience? You did not believe that? No, you didn't think that cats?
I didn't think that either. No.
Really? All right, you got to tell us. Cats were the girls, dogs were the guys. I thought that growing up. You had a horrible childhood if you did not believe that.
No. Okay, give me one of your game
Your
changers.
first game changer is chocolate milk. Boom, boring. All right, a real game changer in the world has to be changed everything that we do in life, from construction to everyday life, from building airplanes to making tanks. It all happened. This great invention, duct tape.
Are you
Duct
kidding
tape
me, bro?
has changed the game. Duct tape is a game changer. Applause right there. Added in the sound effects. It had to have. Think about it before. Something breaks. It's over. It's gone. You just toss it in the trash. But you invent duct tape, and boom, changes the game.
I guess I can see how duct tape could be a game changer.
And duct tape,
I've used it enough in my life to know its uses and its abilities.
You have a shoe. The sole's coming off. You put some duct tape on there. Changes the game.
Did you ever, I know when I was in school, like 5th grade, 6th grade, people were making duct tape wallets. Did you ever hear about that?
Yeah. Actually, I may have had one. They were doing duct tape pens, too. Did you see that?
No, pens?
They would take the pen and make a rose on top of the pen so it looked... You didn't see those?
No. But there are quite a few uses for
I would
duct
say
tape.
so.
I'll give you that one. That's a game changer.
Yeah, that definitely beats chocolate milk. Got to.
Okay, it's not a competition, but all right.
Okay.
Here's my second game changer. You ready?
Give it to me.
Here's what it is. Video podcast. All right? Podcast before, pretty good. But now, see what I did there?
I think
see what I did there, studio audience?
This.
We're available on KMVBC, but now we're available on YouTube, video podcast. So that was really more or less just a plug to promote that.
That's your game changer?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for a real one?
Yeah, give it to me.
Think of this one. Change the game, change kids' lives forever. Has to be numero uno, the juice box.
Okay, hold on. You're going to have to explain this one for a second. Because what's the difference between just like a cup of juice and a box? So I'll give it back. I'll give you the floor, but you're going to have to convince me on this one.
Cup of juice you can only have at home because your parents will not let you take an open cup out, right?
Sure.
The juice box, it gets packed in a lunch. You get to take it on the road. And it's also the predecessor to Capri Sun, which is the greatest juice known to man.
Okay.
Right? Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm gonna have to say you're wrong about the Capri Sun part. I'm starting to see the juice box thing though.
How is Capri Sun not the greatest juice ever known to man?
I'm a little bit more of a Kool-Aid guy. The Kool-Aid jammers.
No. You're joking.
No.
Live audience. No way.
Oh, see, we got two Kool-Aid.
You choose Kool-Aid over Capri Sun.
bro.
Strawberry kiwi, the apple, the fruit punch.
I'm not. We're divided here. Maybe the listeners are divided.
They will write in.
Leave us a YouTube comment. Send us an email. Do something. Get in on the debate.
No one in their right mind would choose Kool-Aid over Capri Sun.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey. I'm starting to see the juice box thing, though, because it is a lot cooler to walk around with a juice box than a sippy cup. So I would say for that reason, it could be a game changer.
Okay.
I'll give you that one. But
it is a game changer.
Anyway. If you've enjoyed this broadcast so far, I want to say that last broadcast we had far more spiritual emphasis, a lot more wisdom was imparted. We had an interview actually with one of our GSBC alumni pastors, Kyle Cavanis.
It was really good,
and it was phenomenal.
I took notes during that one.
Yeah.
I think even it was applicable even if you're a young person or an older person. Because I think some of those things that he said it was a big help to me.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have more of those. We're gonna have. And we'll get videos of them, but more interviews coming up soon. Maybe our next one even, but I think it'll be good. You should go back and watch that video. But since we just had college days, Brother Fuller, how about let's be honest with our fans? Can we do that?
Yeah, I think we
can. Can we be real with them for just a moment?
Yeah, I think that's probably why they come to us, because we are so real about things.
No fake news here.
No, there's no fakeness. We've got reliable sources like RobinEmery.com and other places.
Love that website.
Just very factual, real life stuff.
And I would have to say that you and I loved Bible college.
Oh, absolutely. Still love it.
It was a great part of our life. Still is. Many memories made there.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can honestly say there was probably some bad days during our time at college, right?
Yeah, I mean, very few, but there are a couple cons to Bible college. I mean, obviously, people weigh out the pros and cons with a lot of things, but I think you're onto something, about talking about these cons with Bible college. And
sure, but I feel like they always do pros and cons. Well, what's the pros and cons of McDonald's? Obviously, the pros are way better for that one. Okay?
All right.
And then there's pros and cons of buying a new car, and there's pros and cons of going to Bible college. But let's forget about the pros. Let's just focus on the cons of Bible college.
So we're just talking about cons of Bible college.
Yeah, just the bad things.
Okay. All right.
There's a lot of them.
There are quite a few.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I think one of them, I mean, I know this is at least real with me.
Okay.
At Bible college, you just make too many friends. Like too many to the point where it's hard to keep up with them after you graduate.
Sure.
Like there's so many people I wish that I could text more regularly, but I just don't have the time. And I just have too many friends from Bible college. I think that's one of the cons.
So that's the reason why you don't get back to my text messages. You have too many friends to respond to.
Yeah, I'm always like responding to Josh and all those other guys, my roommates and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just too many friends.
So that's your con of Bible college.
Yeah, I can think of probably some more. Can you think of any?
I can think of one. I would say that probably one of the biggest cons of Bible college is, man, if you go to Bible college, you're probably going to find God's will for your life. Like right off the bat, if you go there with the right intentions. I mean, and think of this. Imagine going to a place where everyone is praying for you to do right. Like that's always going on. It's almost impossible for you to do wrong, right? Imagine a place created for the sole purpose of you finding God's will for your life and doing what you were intended to do.
Yeah. I mean,
it's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
One of the other things I could think of, like how you mentioned finding God's will, right? Like you could find your future spouse. And I mean, don't even get me started on that, because then you could have a family one day, and then there's just so much responsibility.
I'm
with
living that con right now.
Yeah, and I mean, like, aren't you a busy person?
I mean, dude, man,
yeah,
it's horrible.
I mean, just finding your future spouse, like. Having a family sounds like so much work, man. It's just...
Yeah, we'll forget about that. I mean, another con would be you'll have so many opportunities to serve God. You'll just be so busy.
Yeah.
And you'll believe that there's this place where you can do nursing homes, Bible clubs, bus routes, Sunday schools. I mean, the list goes on and on. Night bus and teaching opportunities, times to go out soul winning, all of that at a place called Bible college.
It just almost sounds too busy,
right? Too good to be true,
right?
What a con.
And I think I could probably think of one more con.
Okay.
And it kind of goes along, I guess, with the ministry things. But you're going to be involved in ministry. You're going to be serving. And then, you're going to come to a time when you're a senior, and then all of these bus kids and all of these nursing home people that you've learned to love and you've had an impact on their life, you're going to have to say goodbye to them. And you're never going to be able to influence them again. And that kind of heart-wrenching goodbye, it's just
don't do
why
it.
Even go to Bible college in the first place? To have an impact on people's lives just so you
memories.
can walk away and go do God's will. I mean,
That's
it sounds
horrible.
like a con if you ask me.
Too big of a burden to bear. Just give it to everybody else. That's horrible.
Yeah. So anyway, in case you couldn't tell, we loved Bible college. We definitely recommend it to every single young person,
Dude,
at least for a year.
Who are the writers of this broadcast? Man?
I have no idea.
The authors.
What they come up
They
with.
actually need to get real jobs.
Yeah.
A real paying job.
Yeah. Speaking of real, we should probably give the listeners some real help, okay? I think maybe we should give them some kind of quotes or some kind of information that can actually be a help to them. What do you think? Okay.
Let's do that.
Let's go on to a brand new segment we're going to call Quick Quotations, and we're going to give you some quotes that we've gathered from different places that hopefully can be a help to you.
All right, think of it. Everyone has, or you're going through preaching or going through life, everyone drops these one-liners, and they stick out with you. They stick out in your mind, and then one day you grow up and you realize, wow, those were true.
Yeah.
That was a true statement.
Yeah.
I could think of some.
Yeah.
I think. I've got a couple down here.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. I've got some.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want me to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. I'll start off with this one, okay?
Okay.
I'll start with this one. I think I heard it the first time when I was like 12 years old. It's not even on my list.
Oh, really?
But I heard this one. It was called Readers Are Leaders. I never believed that before. I didn't think it was true, but it is. People who read, they're always gathering information. They're learning things from other people's experiences, and they get to apply it in their life. And I mean, that's just in the a worldly view of it. But then people who actually read God's word and study it and apply it to their lives, those are the ones who become the grounded Christians,
right,
because they have a relationship with God. Right. I don't know. I think that's become more real to me. And probably in the past couple of months, I've just been thinking about it. I was like, man, I heard that so much as a kid. One of my favorite Sunday school teachers, he would tell me, read now while you can. Because once you have a family, once you have kids, it's so much harder to find that time just to read. And I think it's become more real the past couple of months.
Yeah, I was reading something about, the importance of reading, and they basically talked about how instead of learning from your own experiences, if you read biographies, you get a lifetime of someone's mistakes and someone's experience, and you get to learn from that in just a matter of, a few hours. And I never dawned on me like that, but it's true. Readers, they learn from great leaders, and then they become leaders. So
it's true. It's a true statement.
Yeah, I've got a lot of them, but I think I'll just do one more. And I mean, I feel like we've been going pretty long, so maybe we'll wrap it up. You close this with one more.
Okay.
After I give you this one. So this one I just recently read. It's from Will Rogers. It says, "Never let yesterday take up too much of today." And I'm for learning from your mistakes. In fact, we just had college days, and then our recruitment team, we're going to meet on Friday and talk about, what could we have done better, what went well, so we can do that again. Okay. But Will Rogers is trying to say that, don't spend too much time on the past, like past mistakes or past failures or past heartaches. Don't let too much of that take up your today. Don't let it worry you and bother you, but kind of move on and make the progress that you need to be making. So I thought that one was pretty good.
I like that one. I like that. Well, man, I have a couple written down, but I'll do this one. Okay. I don't know. I didn't research the author, so I'm not gonna mention him.
Okay, all right.
Who knows? He might be a horrible person. I don't know. But he said this. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. You are what you do, not what you'll say you'll do. And there's that story in the Bible of there was this master, or the father. He had two sons. One said he would go do the work, then he didn't do it. One said he wouldn't do the work, but yet he went and did the work. And I think that pastor just preached a message in chapel about, are you a con or Jacob? And his name, I forget what it means, but like deceiver. And that's what his whole life was. But I think it's true. There's a difference between the poster or the advertisement and the product. We always look, this poster looks so good. The advertisement for it, that's great, and it's what it says it is. But then we find out in life, the product doesn't live up to that. And, we could be that in our life, where we could say we're this great person, we do all these great things, and then in reality, you're not living up to it at all. So I'd rather do what I say I'm going to do than to lie about it, say all these great things, and then you never do anything with it. And so I don't know. I like that quote. It stuck with me today.
You gotta be the person that you say you're gonna be.
Yeah.
It's really all about the action. Everybody can talk and talk and talk, but you got to take action. I don't know who's listening right now, but I'm feeling very motivational. So whatever it is that you've been saying you're going to do, take action on it. You've been saying, I really need to start reading my Bible every day. Yeah. Take action right now. Don't wait till the end of the broadcast. Open up your Bible. Do it. Take action. If you've been saying, I'm going to go win a soul, take action. Start studying, looking over the gospel, present it to your buddies. Take action. Do something.
Do it.
Don't just be all talk.
You said you were going to buy me a coffee.
Did I say that? No, I didn't say that.
I think you said that. I think you said that.
No.
You should just do it. Do what you said you were going to do. I love that. I love that statement.
Take action. Don't say what you're going to do. Go do it. Okay. Go be the person. And I like that one. That was a good one. I feel like I was able to.
You were going to buy me a coffee?
No, I didn't say that.
You sure?
I did not say that. No. But what I do say quite often, really on every broadcast, is this: doing God's will today leads to God's will tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for listening to a Golden Future radio broadcast.
If you'd like to listen to our other episodes, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Also, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at agoldenfuture@gsbc.edu.
And tune in next week to the broadcast dedicated to help this generation discover God's purpose for their lives.